Hello, my paranormal soldiers. How have you all been? As usual, let me know how you've been in the comments. So I know I haven't been here in a while putting up videos, but I've had to take care of some family situations with my aunt being sick. Again, family always comes first to me. But I would like to thank you guys all for the love and support and prayers in the recovery of my aunt. She is doing well and she's getting better day by day. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. So let's get right into this. Today we're going to talk about the news broadcast on Cody and Satori concerning the barn and not getting the money they feel that they are owed. We are also going to talk about some new developments, or maybe not new, just things that they said they aren't going to stop and they haven't stopped. We're also going to talk about, if you guys remember, back in April, Satori called the fucking police on me and said I was fucking harassing her. According to Rhode Island state law, I have the right to share the recorded video footage that I took of that phone call for my own records. And when I play that footage, I will put up the law that says that in the state of Rhode Island. State of Rhode Island is a one-party consent state. So that basically means that as long as I was involved in the conversation, I have every right to record it without anyone's permission and share it publicly. So I am going to share that publicly today because I have been attacked by Cody and Satori's fans saying that I am lying about the police calling. So I'm going to share that video because you're not going to call me a liar and get away with it. It's just not going to happen. And as far as the hate I'm getting from the Cody and Satori fans, they don't want hate to be sent their way. I was accused of my fans hating on them and saying negative things, but never once shown proof. Today, I'm going to share a message of somebody who said something that's one of their fans, Sarah Smith, and show you what she said on a public Facebook comment. So again, I hold my comments for review. I review all of my comments. I don't let things through that are disgusting, nasty, talk about SA, talk about ARD, calling people names like bitches and shit like that. I don't let that shit go through. I hold myself responsible for it. And I think Cody and Satori should hold themselves responsible for it too as well. So that's pretty much what we're going to talk about. The news report, which I've cut Brian out of because I might do a separate video on Brian because I found some things out from some legitimate sources. Let's just say that. So I might do a separate video. I might not. I don't know. But we'll see what happens with that. I might do a separate video on a couple other people too that I found some information about. Every day I get tons of emails with allegations. Oh, did you see this? Oh, check this out. Blah, 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 blah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. I haven't gotten to everybody's yet because it's a lot. So give me time. Just give me time. I do have some other videos in the works. They are taking time because of research, and I want to make sure I get my facts straight and correct. But yeah, so I guess that's all I got. Damn, my eyebrows. Every time I come on here, my eyebrows are just all fucking crazy. I don't pluck them or do that threading thing or anything, but damn, man, they're bushy. Well, I guess that's why I guess that's why the top of my head up here above my eyes are always warm in the wintertime. But anyway, guys, let's get into this. And first, let's start with the news report from last night concerning the fire at the Conjuring House inside of the barn.
Conjuring House controversy. A couple says they lost thousands of dollars worth of belongings in a barn fire on the Conjuring property and have been waiting more months to be made whole again.
The barn fire at the Conjuring House broke out in December. A couple tells me the owner said that she would reimburse them with insurance money for the items that they lost, but that never happened. On more than 8 acres of sprawling land in Burrville sits the historic Conjuring House and a charred barn.
It's not this evil, dark place that some people have made it out to seem. It is a beautiful, haunted property.
Well, in my opinion, it is now an evil, dark place. You all of you, single handedly, with your bullshit and drama and lies, have turned it into an evil, dark place. At least that's how I look at it now. Like it's just a dark place with a lot of hate going around and a lot of rumors and gossip and drama and just bullshit. That's just how I feel. Again, my opinion.
In December, a fire tore through the barn on the property.
We got a call around midnight, I want to say, that the barn was on fire, and immediately we rushed down there, and it definitely was on fire.
The owner, Jacqueline Nunez, tells Target 12 she spent $450,000 to renovate the historic barn, with hopes of opening up a museum on the property. Then employees Satori Hawes and Cody Desbian say they put items in there to help fill the museum with what they call haunted artifacts, but lost most of it in the fire.
We had everything from velvet curtains in there to sound equipment, you know, like speakers and stuff for music to play in there. We had furniture, all sorts of stuff.
They say Nunez promised to refund them for their losses using insurance money.
I have text messages proving that, and then a few months later I asked for an update, and she says, oh, I need you to send me the list again, which I did.
Here's one of those texts from Nunez saying, you're going to need to get pricing for these other items, so do that and hang on to it, and I'll get it from you when the insurance adjuster asks for it.
In the back of our minds, there was part of us that knew that we weren't going to get that money.
In a statement to Target 12, the owner Nunez says the insurance money did not cover the losses of the item and blames the former employees for the fire, writing in an email, "They, not me, hired a painting hobbyist who failed to read the instructions for how to dispose of soiled, highly combustible rags properly," adding she should be suing them for recklessness and negligence.
Okay, so Jacqueline Nunes says in this news report that she blames them for hiring the person who accidentally burnt down the barn. They're saying, no, they didn't. Well, check this clip out because it sounds to me like everyone involved made an agreement to hire this guy to do the staining in the barn. So check this out.
Did Cody and Satori hire you to do the staining?
No.
Okay. So did the owner of the Conjuring house hire you to do the staining?
It was my impression that she gave the okay, to come in and do the staining. Yep.
Okay. So it was no negligence under us, as we had both agreed on the idea. We had all agreed Steve could use extra work, as you were planning to make him a full-time worker as much as possible anyways.
In my opinion, if, like they said, they all made the decision to hire this guy and give him more hours and have him do the staining, you're all negligent. You should all be held responsible for that fire. That's just my opinion. Let me know in the comments below what your opinion is. And don't put no nasty shit. Just put your comment nicely and don't go after Cody Satori or anyone I'm going to talk about. Stay off their pages. Go to the news channel, WPRI, Channel 12 in Rhode Island. Watch the full video and just, think about things. Think about things. In a news report, I believe it was the Daily Mail, it states that Cody was the director of operations. That would mean that he's in charge of the day-to-day responsibilities of the location. So that would mean that Cody could make the decision to say, okay, we're going to hire somebody to do this. We're going to hire somebody to do that. I mean, that's what it says in the Daily Mail. So I don't think the Daily Mail just made that up. Someone had to tell them that Cody was the director of operations.
The couple says they were shocked when they heard the accusations.
I don't think John Arnold is telling the owner inside of her head that Brian stole money. I don't think any of the accusations of stealing due to spirits telling her this are true in any way.
But Nunez says she's a medium. And
the accusation that Satori made that Jacqueline basically is not hearing spirits, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. How come you and Cody can have spirits come to you and tap out the fucking alphabet and tell loved ones what their dead family members said? You're the only ones that have that power? I don't think so. Who gives you the right to say that Jacqueline's not a medium? Who gives you the right to say that Jacqueline doesn't hear voices? Y'all say you hear voices. People who go to the Conjuring House say they hear voices. People who work at the fucking Conjuring House say they hear voices. So why is it so fucking wrong that Jacqueline says she hears voices? Regardless of what the voices are telling her, whether they're crazy or not crazy, who the fuck are you to say she's not hearing voices? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's the pot calling the kettle black. I mean, what the fuck? Are you saying that she's not hearing spirits to protect your own reputation and make sure that you guys are the only ones that think we have the best method to communicate with spirits? Well, you don't have the best method. If you did have the best method, you would go to the Center for Inquiries and you would take the test in to prove that spirits come talk to you. I mean, I would do it, and that would help the paranormal world and scientists to believe that there is life after death. Like, what the fuck? Sorry, I swear a lot, guys. That's just how I am. I'm not directly attacking anyone with my swears. That's just how I fucking am. I just swear, especially when I get heated. And this shit is heating me up. And again, I'm not picking sides. I'm just voicing my opinion here. Okay, now on to something that I never thought I would talk about. If you follow me on social media, you may have seen that the police, yes, the police, were called on me by Satori for alleged harassment. But she basically said I was harassing her. Can you believe it? I can fucking believe it. Come on. Have we not learned to handle things like adults? Like, I reached out to her first when I found out what she said, but she was an adult about it because she called the police. I will be sharing the footage of the phone call I had with the Rhode Island Police Department. You'll get this full story from me, including some facts and my opinions and just all that basic bullshit. Rhode Island recording law stipulates that it is a one-party consent state. In Rhode Island, it is a criminal offense to use any device to record or share use communications, whether they are wire, oral, or electronic, without the consent of at least one person taking part in the communication. This means that in Rhode Island, you are legally allowed to record a conversation if you are a contributor or with prior consent from one of the involved parties, bearing any criminal intentions. It is also lawful to share the details of a conversation that has become widely circulated or available to the public.
How are you today?
I'm good.
Good. So why I'm calling, is this Angelina?
Yeah, I'm sure you're calling about Jason Hawes.
Yeah, yes.
His daughter.
Satori Hawes came in today and had some concerns about my Instagram and maybe some texting. I mean, we're still looking into it a little bit, but we're just trying to, I don't know if you're 100% your side of the story of this yet, obviously, but obviously there's some messaging or some Instagrams that are concerning to Miss Hawes that she wishes they would stop and not continue to go on in regards to her phone or texting or Instagram. And, at this point, it would be probably better to move on to somebody else as far as if you are.
But did she show you evidence of me threatening her in an Instagram text? Because I have the same Instagrams.
Well,
because there was no threat.
No, but there are Instagram stuff. It's just sort of harassing in nature as far as she's concerned. So
it's not harassing. Did you read it?
Well, I'm reading some of it.
Okay. Can you?
It's harassing in nature to her.
But how?
It's public.
I hit her up on Instagram because somebody sent me a message stating that Satori said, and I have this if you need me to email it to you, whatever, that I supposedly texted Satori with bodily harm threats. So
yeah, well, that's what I've got. I've got that.
Well, there's no bodily harm. There's no bodily harm threat.
Well, I actually haven't said anything bodily harm threat. I'm saying that she finds the communication that you have with her directly as harassing and upsetting. You know what I'm saying? You understand that?
Right, I do, and
she wishes that it would just any communications with her and you, like an Instagram or a text message or a phone call, to stop.
Okay, but that's cool, and I want to make sure that everyone knows I did not never text the girl, and I have a message from Satori saying that she never told anyone I text her. And my Instagram was, I didn't threaten you, and then I came across a message where it sounded like I threatened, but I didn't threaten, and I apologized, and that was the extent of my Instagram.
Yeah, no, I did see that. I did.
Okay.
I did.
Because they're running around telling people on the internet that I have threatened her physically in front of her via messages, and that's not true.
Okay. I know there's always two sides to it. That's why I'm not jumping to any conclusions. It's just the contact, phone calls her or Instagrams her would be the best interest. Just, you know what I mean, to cease those, because I mean, obviously it's headed the wrong direction.
Yeah, I ceased that on Saturday after she told me I've been advised not to speak with you. I text her one more time saying, "Hey, I'm sorry, I came across the message and I apologize for the words I used." That's what I told her. And this is all just a big YouTube thing where they're paranormal investigators. I'm an investigator and a debunker, and everyone and their mother is debunking them right now. But I would never put my hands on anybody. And Jason Hawes is taking this a little bit too far.
Okay.
Not Satori, but Jason. But I understand, and I did, I think, tell her in the text, I know you can't answer me back. I just wanted to apologize.
Okay. I saw that on her phone. Yep.
Okay.
So it's in the report, but like I said, it just seems like it'd be better just to let it, let the communication between you and Satori to end.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep my I mean, that's the only, besides the first time I reached out to her 2 years ago to do a podcast, that's the only time I've ever reached back out to her.
2021 type
Yep.
of thing.
That was it. I don't know her phone number. I've never met her personally, so I'll just keep my stuff to my YouTube.
I hear you.
So
I hear you.
I got you.
Any help you can with this, I do, and like I said, that's why I'm just reaching out and figured I'd have a conversation with you.
Yep. Nope. I ceased all conversation after I apologized on Saturday.
Very good.
All right.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So before I comment on that, sorry guys, it keeps getting light and dark in here, but the window is really windy outside, so the blind keeps blowing. So prior to the police calling me, I knew they were going to call me. Somebody inboxed me and told me that Satori was going down to report me for harassing her and threatening her. They said that Satori put out in a group text that I text messaged her phone and threatened her with bodily harm. Never did I do that. And you'll see in the upcoming next clip the messages that I never did that. I would never send someone a text message and threaten them with bodily harm. I know the law, and I'm not trying to go to jail. So, and why would I want to bring bodily harm to her? I'm just simply calling out the bullshit that I believe they're doing is bullshit, the tippity-tappity method bullshit, So, I did bring up Jason Hawes' name because, again, prior to the police calling, I was tipped off about it. And they told me, allegedly, that Jason Hawes had informed Satori to go to the police department. I was also told that Jason Hawes told Satori to call the police on me because Satori allegedly told Jason Hawes that I had personally texted her and threatened her with bodily harm along with the other people in the group text. Unfortunately, I just went through my emails and I do not have that message anymore. I deleted all of my messages like an idiot by accident. But hopefully, if anyone gives me any shit, the person who told me this can go into their email, send me a clip of that. I won't share your name, but I will share the email in where I was told that Satori stated, allegedly, that I text messaged her and threatened bodily harm. No, I didn't do that. So I got the text messages up. I'm not going to read them. You guys can just hit pause and read them.
So what I said in the message to somebody else is, she's lucky I'm not younger and I'm older. That didn't mean that I was going to kick her ass or anything like that. But you guys can find that post on my community feed on my YouTube channel.
So a lot of people are like, okay, they haven't been doing the tappy tap tap method for a while. They're done. They've stopped. I never believed that they were going to stop. I never believed it. Here's a text message from Twitter, or no, Instagram, that Satori commented back to a fan, basically saying that they haven't stopped and they're never going to stop their method. And following that, you're going to see some pictures that were recently posted on Cody's Facebook where they're on stage, they're holding hands in one picture, and then are kind of, whoo. So they're doing a tapping method. Where they did it, I don't know. I might know. Somebody thinks they know, and they're calling somebody that possibly could have been there. And if I can get that footage, I'll share that footage with you guys.
So here's just some quick screenshots I found of them doing their method and how they're saying they're not going to stop their method and, just normal bullshit like that. So I guess the scam or the fraud or whatever people want to call it is still going to continue here.
But other than that, I just want to say one last thing. As far as the Conjuring House is concerned, and Jacqueline Nunez and all the drama going on there, it is very sad that it's happening. It's very sad that it's happening. What's going on with Jacqueline? I don't know. Nobody knows 100% sure. Um, I did, however, reach out to Jacqueline Nunez and asked her if she was okay and just all that basic stuff. She was very polite to me, extremely polite. And this is a lady who should be probably cussing me the fuck out because she did call me out in their first statement, and she was extremely nice to me. And I'm not just saying that because I'm defending Jacqueline, because I'm not defending Jacqueline. I'm not defending anybody here, but it just seems weird. And, whoever called the cops on her yesterday, I mean, if you did it out of the goodness of your heart to get her some kind of help, cool. But if you didn't, that was pretty fucked up. It was pretty fucked up because, last week I was sitting on my porch and I'm drinking my coffee and there's a bird out there and it's just chirp, 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 chirp. The fucking thing was getting on my goddamn nerves. And I'm like, what? What is it that you want? And then it would shut up and it would start chirping again. And I'm like, say it again. Like, what's going on? Like, I literally was out there talking to a bird. Does that make me crazy? Because if it does, you all should call the cops and have them come to my house and do a welfare check to see if I'm crazy or not. But I just, everyone's just got to leave this alone. Leave it alone. It's a business matter now. It's employees against employer, and just let it go. And some of you out there need to remember that you possibly have some problems mentally, and you shouldn't be making fun of the mental status of Jacqueline Nunez if she even is having a mental breakdown or some kind of mental thing going on. So that's all I got to share for today. If I forgot anything, I'm sorry, guys. It's just starting to get hot up here. I'm tired. I've been doing this since 8 o'clock. It is now 1:19 p.m. And yeah, so I'll be back really soon with another video. So, so I am out of here, my paranormal soldiers. So you know how I'm going to end this. Love, peace, and hair grease, my babies. We are out.